Listening to BearatNight podcast with your host, Jurassic Parker.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and non-binary, we are back for night 2 of Wrestlemania. We got Trish, we got Brian, we got Chico. If you're watching this, you see how proud Brian is of his shirt right now with all the dinosaurs. we about to get it. We're about to get to night 2 of Wrestlemania, the main night, the main event night that all our dreams were made of, all our hopes and dreams came to fruition. Everything, all the
and
build
nightmares.
Up. Oh yes, all in the nightmares.
Oh,
everything that happened that night.
Wait. I just gotta say this real quick before we move any further. Does anybody feel like with everything that is going on in the world that using Meek Mill as the spokesperson for WrestleMania 40 was a bad idea?
No.
The moment Dreams and Nightmares started playing, I was ready to fight anybody. I was ready to fight God himself. Hold up, wait a minute.
Philly,
Thought I was finished.
See, I'm gonna think about you think about the outside over there. You talking about them over there with that mindset. I'm not thinking about them. We think about WrestleMania, Dreams and Nightmares, the build up, the promo. I love the promo of that. The green and the build. It was dope.
I loved it.
Loved it. I loved
You
the
better
whole
finish
thing.
your story, or someone else is gonna finish.
Oh yeah, I meant to. I forgot to mention the last post, the last video pod that Jey Uso being able to show up and show out in his entrance with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, a million.
I mean, I did not see that was going to happen.
I didn't think so neither.
I thought he was going to do his own
great
thing. I thought he was just do a live performance himself, just Lil Wayne. I didn't know he was going to come out to do that for Jey Uso. That was dope. That was a dope thing.
I feel like it could have been done a little bit better.
I do.
Oh yeah, they could have.
He
could have like rapped over the main event
song. Matter of fact, do his own remix to "It's Just Me." You know,
not even that. Like if they, because this is the thing. If they had did it with 6 foot, 7 foot, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, but also I thought Meek Mill was probably going to perform on night 2. You know, I was like, hey, are you going to do Dreams and Nightmares here? You know, come out, Cody come out with
I think
the Nightmares.
Just him doing the promo, because if he would have did that live, I'm telling you right now, that arena would have got destroyed.
But think about it, how awesome would have been to see that. Oh my gosh.
That would have been dope.
So night 2 of the whole thing. So
we
right into it.
Hot.
We get Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre both lost.
You're not wrong.
Drew, give me a brief one.
Okay, so let's get into it. So in regards
to
the match,
very short. It was only 10 minutes.
I'm gonna give it a B-, just because of the fact that the match could have gone a little bit longer. However, considering
you gotta give more time for Drew McIntyre to glow.
Well, this is the thing though. Considering everything that unfolded immediately after, I bump it up to a B+ because that shit was funny. Because literally it went from, we saw this coming to happen. Drew comes to pick the bones. He becomes champion. But I was not expecting the level of showboat and gloating and in your face that he did to CM Punk. And Punk's like, dude, why are you in my face? Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Those are many warning signs too.
And then like literally the thing that just threw it over was just the fact that he went to his face and then he's like,
all right. up.
Okay, I don't care anymore. Kicks him off and just starts wailing on him. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Because if that wasn't a perfect definition of stay in your lane that I have not seen in live TV, I don't know what else would be. And
that was the real definition. Fuck around, find out.
Exactly. And poetic enough, Damian Priest comes out, lays this dude out, and then becomes world champion. And then for the second time, literally after a main event match, well, actually, it was a little bit different when Seth Rollins did it, but ironically enough, it happened to him. He got the heist of the century happened on him. But the fact that it literally happened right after the match was poetic and just perfect enough where
the glee on CM Punk's face when Damian Priest music hit.
The fact they did the meme, like he
next
just turns it dun, 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 dun,
day.
They really did the meme.
It was awesome.
And it's just like they took it a step further, and then Punk posted on Instagram.
Here lies Drew McIntyre's title ring.
So funny, and they've been on it all day. Like they literally have been trolling.
I love the fact that Drew texted that he took his wife's phone, bored at work, LOL, and then right after that loss, quote tweeted himself, "Fuck."
I just realized Drew McIntyre had the shortest title reign.
Well, that's the thing. Balor. Dude started trolling him almost immediately after because they started going in line with the title defenses that have been broken from Roman Reigns over 1,300 days all the way down to Io Sky's title reign, which was like 165 days, I think.
I think so.
And then his, which was 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
But you know what? The WWE fulfilled their promise to Drew McIntyre a long time ago. They tried to hold out. We gonna get you in this crowd and get you the belt so you can celebrate with the crowd.
And they
did that. They did it. It happened.
For 5
they didn't tell
minutes.
them how long it was gonna be though. They didn't never say how long it was gonna be. They said we're gonna get you in this crowd and have you win the belt so you can get your just due for all the time that you was here for us. But we just
you helped us through the pandemic. Long. You carried us.
You carried us. See, you got your crowd, you got your belt, got it, you happy, take your picture, all right, take it away.
What? And it's gone. What?
and it's gone, right? So, but you know what? I was happy with Damian Priest.
I was thinking shout out to Seth, because that man was literally carrying that title with a broken back and a messed up knee. And the fact that he was emotionally like, you deserve this. You deserve this. Yep. And like him, like even like on tonight on Raw, Drew, what?
See, why you doing spoiler stuff right now? Just always trying to do spoilers. But wasn't legit. When it comes to
the internet is still unmatched. Do you see how quick that was? Raw hasn't even been done airing yet, and this is what's online.
No, but Seth Rollins losing the belt, I think he was just happy, like, oh my god, it's over. You know, I can breathe a little bit.
So. I just feel like, honestly, that Seth Rollins literally was the workhorse where you're defending this title in and out. But like, I feel like there's a point where it's like he's gonna miss the 10 pounds of gold that he was carrying. So it's just like, really, I don't know. Like, I feel like the glass is very half empty because
I think somebody like Seth Rollins don't need to have a belt.
He doesn't. But it's just like it got to that point where they were trying to have him carry it for so long, and for it to kind of come to an end the way that it did, it was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to feel about it.
I feel we're gonna...
What you think?
Me? What do I think about the match? I don't like the fact that he was trolling CM Punk, so I guess that's what he get. I'm a CM Punk girl. Like, I've always been a CM Punk girl. I've always been a fan of his. So when he came back to the WWE, I was very happy. So you was trolling on CM Punk so much, and that's what you get.
Dude, trolling.
I thought honestly, I thought he would hit him in the nuts though, because he had his crotch so close to CM Punk. I thought CM Punk was just gonna clearly hit him right there.
Like trolling wasn't even the word, like because it just even so much so like even if it's storyline or not, like you literally had this dude for weeks, like on CM Punk's dick, and he's not even on TV. It's like, bro, like dial it
that
back.
shit was wild.
CM Punk this and CM
And
Punk
I feel
that.
like CM Punk legit literally wanted to whoop his ass because I know he was tired of it.
Yeah, because then like you literally can see the look on his face. He's like literally like, "Why are you in my face?
Yeah,
get out of my face."
It was.
Like, I'm just doing commentary. I can't even hear you.
Honestly, cross chop. He's like, "All right, that's it. I'm."
But this whole thing, Drew McIntyre has nobody. Drew McIntyre has nobody to blame but himself. It was his own negligence. His eye wasn't on the ball. He wasn't focused. He's thinking about everything else under the sun but the match itself. I mean, he did. He won, but his eye was still off the ball because you forget you got somebody who's gunning for that belt right now at any time.
His ego took over.
Yeah. So and then you going with the CM Punk thing. It's like anything can happen. Just take your belt and leave. Just go. Walk off in victory. You know what I'm saying? But no, his eye wasn't on the ball. He stopped focus and he lost. That was his fault. You know.
So it was really like just because of that, like literally, I feel like it was justifiably so. But you know, it really kind of just says a lot where we just have to see what's going to unfold moving forward.
Exactly. So we have the Final Testament versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, aka the Pride, which I don't like the name. It could have been so much better, something else. Oh, I know, the Hurt Business. Oh yes, that's right. We don't talk about them.
This was a match.
Overall, this match was.
It honestly wasn't a bad match.
Snoop Dogg made this match.
The commentary is what made the match, to be fully honest with you. Like, it was alright, but
splash. That boy, go.
Snoop literally took it over the top that made it to a point where it's like, okay, this match is watchable. Because, like, I feel like they were... So I feel like, honestly, they went out there and they didn't know what the fuck they were going to do. Because even just from the beginning, it felt very disconnected in the sense where you had 3 guys literally, or even so much, like you have these 3 guys against these 3 guys, and even so much in the aspect of like in the beginning of the match where they tried to separate the 3 of the Pride, and then it's just like, okay, so now we're just gonna basically start ganging up on people with kendo sticks. Okay, that's entertaining. But then it was just like very 3-on-1. It's like, bro, there are multiple people in the match, and then it started getting to the point where they started incorporating each other. And when you see again Montez Ford, I'm gonna continue to throw him his flowers because he deserves them. Because it's like
he'll catch him. He'll jump and catch him.
His in-ring ability,
so good, man. His floor splash is better than a lot of the Usos.
It's insane.
Honestly, it's like Eddie Guerrero and then Montez, and then RVD.
I will say this.
I would say RVD, Montez.
No,
actually,
Eddie Guerrero, RVD, then Montez. That's better.
Eddie, Montez, RVD.
Because RVD, he always knew how to like turn his shit around, like angles and shit, and that's how I feel like with
RVD's
Montez.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with Ryan. His list is. I agree with his list.
But
because like RVD
looks so pretty, but it hits
RVD's
hard.
Like
Eddie's.
Y'all both going at the same time.
RVD, I'm sorry. Like we are trying to talk at the same time. It's terrible. RVD's splash was nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like there were some moves that he did so much better.
Yeah, she'll be back. Oh,
okay.
But yeah, like it literally was interesting because you had all these different products in one match. Especially the fact that they brought back Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh my god, that was fun.
I popped for that.
That was
hilarious.
entertaining. And it's just like now they're just having fun with it. So I feel like this was a filler match, but it was an entertaining filler match just because of the.
That's the word, entertaining.
So
yeah, I would say, was it more? I think this was more entertaining to me more than the Rey Mysterio match from the night before.
Yes, I agree. So instead of a C, I'm giving this match a B, a solid B.
C plus match.
I don't know. The only reason why I don't give it a C is because, like Dom said, this match went more for the entertainment than it did for the actual substance of a match. And this match was a lot more entertaining to watch than it was with Ray and Andrade versus Dom, and you know what I mean. And again, if Ray ever watches this podcast, I'm a huge fan, extremely huge fan, leading back all the way to the days of the WCW. And I watched his first match. I've watched his match with Eddie. I've seen almost all his matches. I remember when, he was in SmackDown when he started his first world title reign.
Jumping out the sky. It's it, Rob Mysterio.
But like, this match was very unentertaining. And again, not taking away from Ray and Andrade, they have an incredible in-ring ability. They showed it off. They have great chemistry together. They have the potential to be a great tag team if they decide to go that route, because they would do some very entertaining, very cool shit. But the match was very, very bland, very So in regards to entertainment, just because in regards to entertainment, because of Snoop Dogg and obviously Bubba Ray Dudley, I'm giving this match a B.
Can we be happy that Karrion Kross got a WrestleMania match?
Yes, because I'm happy for that.
He deserved. He should have. I mean, he got a short end of the stick for so much. From before he got put. Matter of fact, when he got to the main roster, with that whole horrible gimmick, and then he got let go, and then we get him to come back, and then it was just like lackluster, then put off to the side. And it's like, come on now. Like,
this is
speaking of lackluster and off to the side.
And now we got him back. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, we got Karrion Kross. He's looking a little different, but it's the same guy. We give him a group now, and it actually made it to TV. They got matter of fact, they got an actual group name before Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits did.
Speaking of that group, am I the only one? And this might be wild, and I do not mean this in a disrespectful way, but am I the only one that feels that Akam and Razor they don't seem to care about pro wrestling to me?
They're stale. So this is the thing that I feel is the problem with Akam and Razor. Actually, even with Karrion Kross, let's throw him in the mix with that too. The problem is, and this is where I was saying to you, Dom, the reason why a lot of WWE talent has ended up on AEW is because of the lack of creative control. Yeah. And what I mean by that is the fact that they pick your identity, they pick who you are, they pick how you interact with the W. So I just feel like Akam, Razor, and Kross are at that crossroads with the company where it's like, bro, like, y'all don't know what the fuck to do with me. Y'all don't let me come up with anything of my own. And I'm seeing all these other teams, I'm seeing all this other talent, I'm seeing all these other factions being made and molded, and you guys putting in the time for them, but you're not putting in the time for me. So why the fuck should I care where I'm at in the company? Like, cut me loose, terminate me, something. But I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't think that necessarily goes for like a Karrion Kross.
Well, if you remember Akam and Razor's first run when they were like the authors of pain and everything, are they really? Are they really?
They're still authors of pain. But I think you gotta remember, they didn't have any character to begin with before.
No. But what I mean is, though, like, are they really the authors of pain that we remember when they first started?
Are they still wearing the camouflage pants?
Yeah, they still doing that.
Are they still wearing?
No. What I mean is,
I think it's because they threw them into
hold on.
Yeah.
We all keep jumping over each other. So
right.
Go ahead, Trish.
So what I'm saying is, if you remember,
Hold on, let's hear what Trish said.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trish.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I just
No.
feel like they threw them into like that whole tag team with other people. They don't really give them an opportunity to shine on their own. But even when they was trying to shine on their own, it really didn't work out for them. Like, and maybe it's maybe I could be wrong. It's who they put them with, like their manager. Maybe he's not working for them.
which is hilarious because that was their manager in NXT, and when they got brought to the main roster, they dropped him for some reason for Drake Maverick. And then they disappeared off too because I think one of them got injured, and then they came back.
And another one got
paired with Seth, which I thought that was their peak. Like
that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Those were the authors of pain that I'm talking about, because when they were with Seth, well, that's the thing. When they were with Seth, when he was the whole Messiah, whatever, they were at a level of intensity that was unseen ever since the Road Warriors.
Yeah, but they was doing that in NXT. They was built. Did you watch their matches in NXT? They was
no, I know, but they're not the same team that they are now.
They have no.
They don't have the same drive as they had when they were back on the roster a couple years back.
Because when one got hurt, and then the other one came back, and when they got put together with Seth, the other one got hurt and was out. And then by the time they came back, all healed up, then they got let go, whatever. And now they come back, and it's just like, personality-wise, nothing there, for them, as it should, you would hope for, But hopefully, maybe after this whole thing, maybe they might be able to go for gold and break away.
I don't see it, because when they got released during the 2020. Most of the people that got released went to the independent scene. They found another promotion. They found work, right?
Yeah.
Them two didn't do nothing.
They started some weird company.
Oh no! Trust me, I'm looking from literally 2020 all the way to 2022. They didn't do their social media. Literally, they didn't post nothing for those years. They went back to did 1-2 independent shows in 2022, and then
they went back home to their respective countries, whatever.
Yeah, and then the moment, the moment they got signed back to WWE, is the most their social on their social media.
So I was following them. I was watching Chris Van Leap, his podcast over that time. So they were doing a promotion themselves that they were trying to put over. And it was this whole digital type of thing going on. It was kind of weird. But they tried to have this card where you added Nia Jax. This is when Nia got fired and everything too. They had a lot of release guys on, and they tried to have a this whole super card of matches, whatever. I forgot the
Wrestling Entertainment Series.
Yeah, but it didn't go through because nobody was paid. No, all the people that they were saying that were supposed to be there was I'm not going there. No one paid me anything. Why am I facing on this title card? Is on this card for all this. So it was a lot of. It sounded like a scheme, like a scam almost. Even though they said it wasn't a scam, but it was there's all these people that you're promoting saying that's coming. No one was notified, or even travel or money was taken, given to them, and anything half here, half when you come there, nothing. So it was they was having people buy into these tickets, and nothing was going on yet, and then it just folded right before, literally the week of that it supposed to have started, and then it just got folded. So it was some weird thing, and then that a couple months later, they're 6 months later now they're back with the WWE.
Right.
So it's a weird little history about them.
So but that's where it just really kind of there's a lack of passion. Yeah. So it's just like it's changed so much that
I know who got passion though. I know who got passion.
Who?
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Versus LA Knight.
So,
yeah.
So in regards to that match, I give them an A. And the reason why I give that match an A was because the story, the lead up, the follow through, like everything was perfect. Everything was great.
That's how you fucking do it.
AJ
I especially like
storyline. He can always pull up a great fucking match.
Yes.
No matter what, anybody. Oh my god.
Someone said he could wrestle a broom and carry that broom to a 5-star match.
Yes. He really can. Matter of fact, no, give him a mannequin. Let's have a match with a mannequin.
Look, if Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi can have a banger with a blow-up doll in Japan, I'm just saying AJ could put on something.
Yeah.
Like, even just so much that they went the extra mile and gave them the creativity to go the limit to doing a lot of the stuff that they did.
Getting arrested.
One thing that I was really impressed with was the fact that they had that live brawl during WrestleMania weekend.
Dog. And AJ
Yeah.
cussing?
Very impressive
AJ cussing?
live event. And then, like, out of nowhere, these dudes just start brawling, and it looks like legit. Like, they just like, go ahead, fight. Like,
all right, come on, guys, bring it up, guys. Come on now, come on.
And
guys.
they're just like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, they were going at it.
Save it for the best, guys.
But the best part was just like, even when AJ Styles makes his entrance, like, adding on to everything else, it's like, I don't like this dude. Fuck my entrance. I'm beating this dude's ass. D-line for the ring.
I don't know.
Like,
I think he also didn't like that entrance.
Announcing him, and he just and they just start going at it. Great. That's great.
Only thing I'm not really a fan of right now is AJ Styles' new theme music. I don't know why he changed this.
I like his heel persona right now because it's like it's matching him in his time frame in the indie circuit.
The evil ways.
Like, I feel like there's a re-emergence of himself when he was in the indies, because like I felt like there was one point and I think there was during a rivalry that he had with Randy Orton where Randy cut the most savage over the top promo where he was like, bro, like, this dude was working the indies, like making $20 in a, like, doing matches in cafeterias and in churches while I'm in the WWE becoming the youngest world champion hit, like, literally just cutting deep into his indie roots.
But are you mad that I didn't steal a gimmick?
So like,
any match that he does, it's just in the name. He's phenomenal what he does.
Like,
in and out the ring.
I just feel like it's literally
kind of.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said over the years to do what he does, all over the years, from day one to now, it's still kill it.
He's 46, by the way.
Yeah, it's still, and also to know his body and know, okay, I know I can't do some of the things I used to do, but I still can do this, and I can do this, and I can add this, and still be phenomenal every time and kill it. That's just a testament of how good of a wrestler that man is. Also, the WWE is now referring or distancing themselves from the word sports entertainment. And going back to saying pro wrestling. Well, this is wrestling. This is pro wrestling. Wrestlers. That's what they're going to like. Distance them. That was a Vince McMahon thing. We're in a Paul Levesque time now. Like this is this is wrestling. So that's they pushed that a little bit last night.
Oh yeah.
They were saying a lot last night, saying wrestling. They used the word wrestling a lot during.
I think what they're
the
genuinely trying to do is pull back the curtain
Yeah.
and undo the damage that has been done the last 30 years or so.
Not even
Where-
the last few months. But and I think honestly they've been doing a great job with The Rock doing his thing, and people are, even though we know the stuff is there, but we can't help but not talk about what we've been seeing on TV with The Rock and you know, Drew McIntyre and everything else going on TV. It kind of takes that pressure off, you know, of worry about that and putting that to the side and like, no, this is WrestleMania time. You know, that's that's him. That's old shit.
Speaking of WrestleMania time, we got Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton versus Logan Paul in a United States match, United States title match.
Logan
And
Paul
this
won.
this might have been the best U.S. title match we've had.
And Logan Paul was not wearing yellow and black.
No, he was actually wearing. I love the fact everyone that was gonna like wear something to commemorate Philly all wore Eagles inspired gear.
Yeah.
Like even Jason Kelsey was there. We completely missed that from last week's episode. They were there doing the Rey Mysterio match.
Yeah.
Like we completely missed that.
So this is the thing for me. This is how bad I don't know anything about football, because I was like, who that? Who's this? Who that?
You need to
No,
watch.
not you don't know football. That just hurt my feelings.
No.
I don't know enough. I was by myself at home watching it, and I wish I had somebody like, hey, somebody explain who that.
Then I believe you. You
Even
don't
the
watch
babies
football.
come down on
That's
it.
crazy.
They're like, bro,
Right.
I do not know.
These are wide back
Right.
activities.
Alright.
We should know these things.
No,
Your baby
I don't.
coming
She
around.
talking about you. She mad at you
That's
now.
crazy.
See,
That's
when I'm at work,
crazy.
when I'm at work at my other job, when people come up to me asking about sports, I usually like, yeah, right, I know, right?
They
Yeah,
got TVs there too.
Yo,
Yeah,
not
that's
you be
wild.
faking it.
That's
Oh, I
crazy.
They
think
got
it.
TVs
I
there
think
too.
it
They
all the
don't
time when it comes to that stuff. When they tell me to ask me basketball, football, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Who's your favorite?
You know
That's
they got
mine too.
TVs there
No,
too, right?
I'm so disappointed.
I'm a true nerd. I'm a
I
true
cannot
nerd. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a true
Well,
nerd. I can't.
So
I'm
is
the
he,
first
but
to
he
be-
at least know who's we talking about right now, though.
I'm saying, like, you
Don't
see
ask
the
me who-
Infinity Gauntlet right there.
So
It's
is she.
over there. Yeah.
I'm
I
just
love
saying.
football. I'm a big football fan.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Saints and Bears. I'm always
I like
suffering.
dinosaurs.
I'm always suffering.
I like dinosaurs, y'all.
Uh,
It's like do you not see my apartment? Do you not see my room? God, leave me alone.
No, I mean I see your room.
You just see my room. Look
Do you see
at the fucking title right there.
the way it looked like? It looked like an Eagles room.
Look, I love this color. I love
It
I
looks
love
like
this.
an
Crazy
Eagles
because
room.
I have that same green in my house too.
It's on my fingernails too.
You
Yeah.
like green.
See, but mine's don't got none of that. It's definitely no football here.
No.
I like your room.
Thank you. Great minds think alike. That's
Anyway, back to this match. Logan Paul proves once again him and Bad Bunny are up there when it comes to best celebrity turned wrestler.
Logan Paul is way better.
We were just talking about
Logan Paul surpasses Bad Bunny. I love Bad Bunny and what he can do and what he's done so far, but we all know he hasn't had the most time to do it because his schedule. He's an artist,
Yeah.
So but Logan Paul, he got time. He got all the time in the world to improve and everything else. So I mean, if you give Bad Bunny the same amount of time, I think Bad Bunny would be a menace.
And I hate the fact Logan Paul is so goddamn athletic and good.
And
I don't like you. I don't like you, man. I don't like you.
I don't like Logan Paul either, just because of the fact that he's so cocky and brash and just like over the top. Like I feel like he tries to be the whole. He reminds me a lot of name is on the tip of my tongue.
Andrew Tate.
No, not Andrew Tate. Why Andrew Tate of all people?
Because I want to punch him in the face too.
Oh god, I don't got no.
Yeah, I know that's what we're going.
I mean, I show speed here as well. I also want to punch him. Look,
That was stupid.
I was screaming at my team, kill him, Randy.
That was stupid.
Get into that place,
Why
Randy.
did
Go back
they
to
keep
09, Randy. Go
Why
back
did
to
they keep
09.
having these
Streamers?
streamer guys coming in?
I
and
get what the WWE is trying to
matches.
do, but at the same time, I mean, maybe for the new gen, they know who it is. But for me, when I saw ISO Speed, I'm like, isn't that guy on internet? Why
Like
is he here?
I saw him. As soon as I saw his face, I knew what those voices sound like in Randy's head. I'm like, punt him now, Randy. End him. He kicked that man. His fucking your ass down.
No, but then it's like the thing. Like I feel like would have made that match better is if
Oh my god!
I feel like one good thing of storytelling that would have made this a lot better, that probably could have opened the door for a bit, is if Kevin Owens actually won the championship. And the reason why I say that is because then it could open for some very interesting storylines in regards to a possible tag team matchup between the two new champions, Gunther and the Maverick.
Can we just get to the point where we get Logan Paul and Dominic Mysterio to become a tag team already?
Why would you want that many boos?
Oh my god, it'd be amazing! The most hated tag team of all time.
Oh my god!
Think about the money they would make. The t-shirts.
Look, they would definitely bank, but god
No,
damn
I
it.
can see that. I can see that.
Think about it. It would be amazing. Can we speed this up already? I really want to get to that moment before it gets too late. Honestly, get them two together because it would be so needed.
Logan showed off though. He did a swanton into a frog splash on the ground. Like
that was impressive. I will give him that. Especially like they were ranting and raving about his athletic ability during the match. Like I couldn't tell if they were actually talking about his ability or they were just trying to plug Prime when they had the chance.
No, I think
that boy. Look, I hate him.
Though.
I can't stand him, but that boy is athletic. I will give him his credit for that. I can't stand your ass.
He's not just good as a good celebrity wrestler. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, surprisingly, it is so sad that you've had so many wrestlers come and go who had the same movesets or whatever, similar. But
he has the ability to talk on that microphone. And
yes, he could talk.
Like, and not only that, when he went to punch him with that fucking brass knuck and Orton caught him, he had that arm out, like like he got caught. Like it's little things. It's little things that you can do that sell a match. And I hate him so damn much, but I have to give him props.
Yeah, give him respect.
He is damn good in that ring.
And every time he gets in that ring, it's like he's gaining a new PowerPoint or something.
He's getting better. Like every time he performs, he's getting better. I would not be surprised if we don't see him challenging for another world title. I don't want him to win. I will be irritated as hell.
He won this time. So
yeah.
Speaking of winning, Bayley beat Io Sky. I still like Io Shirai better. For the women's WWE Championship.
Look, the ladies cooked. This was a definite co-main event. This was definitely better than Rhea versus Becky.
Of course, you got Io Shirai. She's amazing.
The match was great. The story was great. The fact that she worked on that knee. Like, okay, we're going back to the past injuries, reasons she's missed WrestleManias. That she was in the performance center when she met Dakota Kai, so they knew They knew that knee was not going to be 100, was not never going to be 100%. They worked it, and then she counted that Rose plant into a front hand. I'm like, if y'all don't give give her a bonus, give that woman a bonus.
Yeah.
Story, in-ring competition, content, duration. Solid.
Solid A. And then Bailey. First off, you got Haley Williams to do your promo. If Paramore had came, I would have been 15 years old all over again. I would have probably thrown my back out, but I would have been moshing in this room. I would have been
The one thing that I'm waiting to see is what it is that they're trying to do with Bailey now. Are they trying to put her back to babyface, and it's like role model again? But it's like she's
a face. She's definitely back.
I think
right, but it's like I'm wondering what approach are they going to take with her, because obviously they can't go back to putting her back to tree hugging Bailey.
Yeah, no, I love that person, but no one, it's for kids. I don't give a fuck. It's dope. I think what we're gonna see not just Bailey. I think we're gonna actually see Pamela, who is Bailey. We're gonna see the person behind Bailey more, because we've seen her. We followed her journey. We followed her.
The day that they turned her heel, where she literally went batshit and just tore down all her it was like, what the fuck is going on? So it literally just kind of like threw off everyone, including like her hugging section.
Because like she's been a hugger, then she became the role model, and then she led her own faction. We've seen her evolve. Now she's at a point. She's been it's been 10 years, I think. She's been in the company for about 10 years. Now she's decade in. She's held. She's done. She's in the promo. She's the first Grand Slam winner. She's held all the belts. She's won the Royal Rumble. She's the longest. She is honestly the most.
She's held Money in the Bank as well.
Yeah, like she's literally put together a Hall of Fame resume, but no one talks about her when it comes to that. No one puts her in that conversation.
I don't know.
It's aggravating.
I don't know if she's made a Hall of Fame career yet.
Whoa. We're not jumping on you. We're not jumping on you.
I'm not saying she hasn't. She has an amazing resume, but I feel like there's still so much more she can do. Records that she can break and shatter that I feel like she still has plenty of time for. Has she established a great career? Yes, but it's not enough.
I don't know. 2-time Raw Women's. I'm not undercutting.
No. Let's break it down. Break it down.
2-time Raw Women's Champion. 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. NXT Champion. 2-time and inaugural Women's Tag Team Champion. Money in the Bank winner. Royal Rumble winner. First Women's Triple Crown. First Women's Grand Slam. 2-time Female Competitor of the Year. Match of the Year. Was ranked 10th in 50 greatest female women of all time in 2021. 2-time Slammy Award winner. Longest in Royal Rumble history. In female Royal Rumble history. Jesus Christ. Okay, these are just like Rolling Stone, Sports Illustrated. Okay,
but still, she's a Hall of Famer. Hands down.
No. Now here's this part. Who holds the record for most women's world titles?
That would definitely be Charlotte with, I want to say 17. I want to say.
Yeah, 17. I was gonna say Charlotte. Are you talking about like now?
She's only.
No, she doesn't have 16.
It hasn't been
she has 14.
14.
Yeah, she hasn't beat her father's record.
No, that's what I'm saying. She hasn't beat that yet. I don't even think she wants to at this point.
No, the only person that there was a lot of talk and speculation that before his retirement that
John Cena doesn't want to either.
But he should. You're the only one that deserves it.
The only one that do wants to break it is Randy Orton. He's like,
they're not going to give that to Randy.
I'll take that.
They're not going to give that to Randy. Randy doesn't have enough time.
Well, perfect world.
Anyway,
but
I definitely liked this match. This match was entertaining to watch.
Now, when you want to talk about entertaining, you got to give it up for the last main event.
The main event,
heart stopping.
Was still, the main event was entertaining. No lie about it. But this women's match was extremely impressive.
Oh yeah, they cooked. They popped off.
Yeah, they did.
They popped off.
To the main event.
Let them cook.
Yeah, it's good. But I'm segueing into.
Well, now main event. Bloodline rules.
Boy, when you want to talk overbooked madness.
First of all, I called it. I called this.
We all knew.
We all knew he was gonna lose.
But before we get into the
I called the end game. I called the end game.
A lot of people was calling it though.
And you said I was crazy.
No, I'll just say you crazy. Period.
Can we talk about the fact Cody came out with the WrestleMania Triple H 30 fucking crap? Like I'm like, oh, and then Brandy came out. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker has to win.
Sweet. I didn't expect to see Brandy. I didn't expect to see Brandy come out with him, but that was sweet. That was beautiful.
And then Roman comes out with the children's choir. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You might have to go to the parking lot and get a gun or somebody. You might have to shoot this motherfucker. You might have to. It's Philly. I know you can get one with no serial number. We're not talking about that right now.
It was just so good. It was a good match.
I was extremely invested because of the simple fact that we already saw night one that Cody got screwed.
Yes.
Like legit.
And now they're fighting again like they never had a match.
So it's like literally you see things unfolding. And first of all, let me pull it back, and I feel as though he didn't get enough recognition being the main guy that was inducted into the Hall of Fame last weekend.
Paul Heyman.
First of all, and I'm gonna continue to say this because if these guys ever watch this stuff, Paul, congratulations.
Absolutely.
I feel like he should have gotten a lot more recognition as the inductee, the main inductee of this year's Hall of Fame. But he was so in character and focusing on Roman Reigns and being his wise man and everything, that he didn't even give himself the chance to entertain his own.
Can I just say something? I don't mean to cut you off, but it's 11:20 and I have to put my daughter to sleep.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to say my final thoughts. The last match was amazing. It was she's over it. So it was top tier to me. It was one of the best matches WrestleMania has offered us in so long. I respect Cody. I respect The Rock. I am a Roman Reigns girl fan. I love him. That is my big daddy. So yes, I'm very happy. I appreciate Roman Reigns for being our champion for 4 years, and he deserves a break. And I love him so much.
Roman just said thank you for him acknowledging him.
I acknowledge my tribal chief always, and
he got the hair pulled back for you.
Yes. So, I just want to say thank you to Dom, and nice meeting you guys. I'm so sorry about all the noise and confusion and stuff. Like, I really do apologize about that.
It's a
I do need to
podcast.
get my
It's
baby to bed. Yeah. So I wanted to get my final thoughts out with you guys.
I fell off the chair last time. So.
Wow, we really gonna bring that back. It's so many episodes.
Was I around for that one yet or no?
Wow.
I would love for Dom and y'all to bring me back whenever. I'm always open. Hopefully it won't be so noisy next time. So
I'm glad you showed. You were able to do it. You part of the family now. Yes. I appreciate you for coming through. We're definitely gonna have you on next year. Definitely got you on for next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
You wanna say bye? We interrupting the podcast. Say good night. Say good night, guys. Say good night.
Oh, now you want to say nothing?
Now you want to be quiet.
No, she's like, I just like making noise. I'm interrupting her. So cute.
Thank you guys so much. And send me the link to your YouTube so I can follow you and subscribe to your channel
I got you.
as well. And then I'm gonna definitely repost these podcasts onto the group, and I'll be shouting you out.
Thank you.
Of course. And you guys are welcome to join the group as well. I don't know if you guys are in the group. So
it's called Cages and Turnbuckle.
Right, that's the group. So just send a request and I'll accept you guys in. We're always in there. So and then definitely shout your podcast out too, Dom. But I'll shout it out too. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, somebody already just mentioned how Cody came and hold the belt. Right. So it's like, hey, yo, getting on him already. But
see?
Yeah, I mean, you're not used to it yet. Yeah, look at the lift. But yeah, so definitely part of BearatNight fam.
Well, y'all go ahead and finish our podcast. Finish talking and all of that. I'm gonna go. So.
All right.
Night.
Good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Bye.
This so cute. Throw me under the bus.
Well, it needed
composition. Did that happen before I came along? Or?
Composition? No, were you last time on the
That's wild.
Oh no, actually no, that was just me and him on a pod one time.
That's wild.
I forgot. Yeah, you
just straight threw me under the bus.
It's not under a bus. It's recorded.
Nah, he threw you under a train, basically.
It's recorded.
He pushed me in front of that spear with the quickness.
Wait, was it as bad as the Rock in the spear? Was it the same level?
I got cut in half on that one. Damn. Anyways, this main event, the end game, Avengers Assemble, or in this case, Cody Avengers.
So it was interesting to see how things unfolded in the aspect of it's bloodline rules. You know, Cody tries to get extreme. Roman's like, nah, we ain't having that. That's not my pace. You know, him picking and choosing when he wants to include weapons into the equation or whatever. You know, it's like literally it was set to his own pace, but it started getting really interesting when we have all these other elements when Cody comes close to trying to end the story, and then here comes a bloodline member. Then that bloodline member's arch enemy comes to neutralize that person.
Right.
You know,
because at first it was first Jimmy super kicks Cody, and then Jay comes out. Jay and Jimmy, they fight, go off the stage. Okay.
Matter of fact, I popped for that because I did not see them hopping off that stage like that. I did not see
that tackle. So basically, it was like literally a tackle, and it was like a 6-foot drop into a table.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. They timed that perfect.
What was it? It was.
So then
back to Cody and Roman, and then Solo comes out.
Involved.
And I love the little detail because Cody looked over his shoulder to his left because he remembers last time that's where Solo was. He looked over to his left. Cool, I'm safe. I'm on your right. Why?
So the thing that made it even more interesting was then Solo's in the equation, and he's like, "Oh, finish the story.
Get up! Finish the story.
I know.
I know.
I thought he was gonna be like, stop yelling at me.
Then that Spear, Samoan Spike combination, literally, you thought that was it. It was like, damn, he's about to get screwed over again. Then, this dude throws a hissy fit, and then out come, like that was nobody saw that coming. It was like, oh shit, here we go. Cena's coming to get himself some. You know, sends Solo out into the out of the ropes, picks up Roman, attitude adjusts him, throws his hat. We see that big old bald Donald Trump comb over.
He was like, let me hide that real quick.
Comb it back, and then like literally hits the ring, gets out of the ring, puts Solo through a table, and then literally blast from the past. one of his ghosts, the final boss. But the thing that made this even better was his facial expression was gold. Because he's like, the second Rock's music hits, and I kind of want to recreate it if I can remember. Because he literally, the second the beat dropped, he went. And then you see, Rock making his way down to the ring, like on a mission. Didn't even register the fact that Roman's just lying on the floor. He's like,
nope, stepped right over him.
Yeah.
Stepped right over him and gets in the ring. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He has that. "What the fuck are you doing here?" Look, and Cena's like, "Bro, like your family's been fucking with me."
Rock bottom.
Then it's just like, again,
yeah, go ahead.
You see that let The Rock cook, because like, get the fuck out of the ring now.
But then you hear that music.
Dun 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 dun. I swear to God, when that Shield music, I'm like, ain't no way.
If
is John Moxley showing up?
Well, that's the thing. I was just about to say, if we had seen Dean Ambrose make his return to in-ring,
my God,
WrestleMania,
in Philly of all,
that
boy
would have been.
I was hoping that it was him. Honestly, I was hoping, but then out of nowhere, it was like a straight shot. You see Roman going for a spear to somebody.
And just nope.
I thought it was somebody that came from the crowd jumping in, but no, it was Seth Rollins in his Shield right here.
So this is where again we have really good storytelling, because then it's like, okay, it was Seth Rollins that was the one that came out. He made it very, very clear that he was going to make sure that he was going to help Cody finish his story, and even though, he got screwed at the end of his WrestleMania weekend, the fact that he went out of his way to make sure that Cody was successful says a lot and adds to the storytelling.
Long-term
that takes it a step. I'm sorry?
Long form storytelling.
Right. But the thing that makes it even better is we're revisiting that tidbit from 10 years ago.
And he also before he said, "I will be your shield."
Yeah. Hold on. We skipped something.
What?
Because the lights go out and we hear that dong.
That was after.
That was after.
After Roman hit Seth, The Rock is standing in the ring.
The Rock is standing, and then Undertaker showed up. But this is the whole thing is seeing you got Cody on one side like fucked up, and you got Seth Rollins fucked up, and you giving this man a chair, and he has the option.
Wait.
Hit my opponent and winning.
But Brian is right though. The Undertaker makes his appearance before he takes.
Was it before?
Yeah, before. And people are like, "Why was Taker here? Who's the one that took his yard?"
You know what? I didn't think about that part.
Who's the one that took his yard? And the next night, he stood in that ring, getting
my yard
out the building, and that's all he said. "It's my yard now."
Damn, I haven't think about that.
That's
good shit right there.
So Cena gets dropped by The Rock. Then from there, he takes off his weight belt, literally about to beat the living shit out of Cody. Undertaker makes his appearance, bumps The Rock, and then from there makes the disappearance. Cue these two in the ring, chair in hand. I'm about to whack Cody. I'm about to whack Seth. And this nigga hit me in the back of the chair 10 years ago. I'm about to beat his ass.
But you know what?
He finished his story, but Roman also finished his story, but at what cost?
But yeah, at what cost? It's like the Thanos shit. Because even though I could choose Cody and get this win right quick, but this is the reason why this person is the reason why I'm in this situation right now. This is the
I want my lick back.
This is the catalyst to my trust issues. This is the catalyst to why my favorite group, my brothers, was broken up. because of him. I didn't want to be out the Shield. I loved the Shield. I was safe in the Shield. Then they had me come out and I get booed here and booed there and everything else. Seth was the reason he was in so much turmoil during his solo run because he wasn't ready yet. He wanted to be in the Shield a little bit longer and stay there and let him learn more.
Suffering
but Seth fucked it up. Seth destroyed that whole thing. He's the reason why Ambrose is not here either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that to that moment, and then what happened? It cost him.
Right.
Once again, just like Drew McIntyre, he wasn't keeping his focus, and he lost. Himself. He lost to himself. He didn't lose to Cody. He lost to himself and his own fucking back shit, his own trauma, and that's how he lost his belt.
Right.
It's long form storytelling. You know what? These dudes need to go to AA meetings. They need to go to a psychiatrist. As I think about this now, Drew and Roman need to go see a doctor.
I'm pretty sure Roman had Kendrick Lamar's "Damn" playing a lot. I remember when you was conflicted. No, I'm sorry, To Pimp a Butterfly. Lost your influence.
So I mean, we saw a lot was great storytelling in this match.
This was an A+ match on
definitely.
sheer storytelling.
Yes,
it was overbooked to absolute hell, but this was a perfect way of overbooking a match.
I don't know about y'all, but I teared up though at that part when he finally got that belt.
Well, were you tearing up because your tribal chief lost, or because of the story itself?
The story, you jerk.
I'm just saying, you've been a fanboy ever since they became a thing.
I give Roman his flowers for always doing what he needed to do, storyline, character, all that, being the main event throughout this whole time. He's still battling leukemia that he still has, that he's still doing it.
It's in remission, but he says to do oral.
Yeah, he still got to take meds or whatever. But the fact that he gets to give it to the next person to start a new era, to get a new look, and we already know what Cody Rhodes can do without a belt. Now you give him a belt, and now it's gonna take him to the upper echelon of champions now, because now we can see what he does and see how the respect level to everything, with all the stuff he does to it. We don't need to have him keep it for an X amount of years like we already did. You don't need to do that.
I will give Roman Reigns this. That, because the thing with me personally, I wasn't a huge fan of his reign because of the big part that they were trying to sell it like he won all of his matches fair and square. No, he didn't.
But he's
the other thing that they was like, okay, he has had one of the top 3 longest title reigns. Yeah, but he defended it so much less than a lot of other superstars in the past.
Yeah.
And before you even say, he got to work smart, he was working smarter, not harder, all that other that's still not the point. Because though a lot of those title reigns that he beat were from other people that literally defended it more consistently on a regular basis. Yeah, he defended it maybe a little bit more than Brock Lesnar, but the fact that if you're using that as your bar of comparison, that's a very low bar. But so the one thing that I will say though, the one positive thing that I will say though, is as a heel, he's come into his own and has found his way to be one of the most influential superstars that are in wrestling, professional wrestling today.
We are
able to
find never going to see another reign.
You're not going to see it now.
He has made his mark, and that is what I will give him credit for. He was able to find his way to becoming one of the most polarizing superstars that we have seen in the last 20 to 25 years. That is what I will give him credit for, because I remember when he was trying to be this baby-faced hero and
with contact blue eyes,
and it wasn't
or green.
and it wasn't working. Like, this dude was literally, and I'll jump back to that promo because
Suffer succotash.
Truth. This dude was just a corporate babyface bootleg that they were trying to force on people.
Again, when we say this stuff, you gotta remember, he knew he wasn't ready yet. He even said he wasn't ready yet, and he didn't want the show to be over with because he was still learning. They forced that on him. Vince McMahon forced it on him. They tried to do the Cena route with him, and you can't do the same thing with Cena that you could do with this man. He looks completely different from John Cena, but they tried to go that route and try to do the same John Cena stuff, and it's not. That was never going to work. They keep throwing him down people's throats instead of letting him be him, give him a chance. The reason why people liked him in the Shield because he was quiet, because he hit these hard moves and stuff, but he wasn't all in their face either. You know, you had the Shield that was doing all the stuff, but he was still cool. He was, he was waiting his time, learning and stuff. But they threw him a lot, but they do that a lot with us. I mean, look at how we don't feel about Charlotte as much as we do. Even though we know she's a fantastic wrestler, male, female wrestler, she's a fantastic wrestler. But they shoved her so much down our throats over the years that, it gave her so many openings and chances for the belt. It was like, all right, we're a little annoyed every time we see her. It's like, can we get somebody else? So it's the same thing. But, to give these people their flowers, even though they know they wasn't ready yet, they still try to persevere, until they get to what they need to be. Right.
So it just literally, I feel like I would have a lot more respect for his title reign if it was more of how many days he held it and how many matches or overall, for example, I can't think of, besides the most recent, the only match that I can think of where he won fair and square, where there was no outside interference as far as I can remember, is when he defended the championship against LA Knight and Randy Orton, that triple threat match in
I thought that was a fatal four-way with him, AJ, Orton, and...
You're right, it was a fatal four-way, my apologies.
But still, once again, he's still a heel at the time, and with his circumstances,
right. But this is the thing, though. How many other heel superstars have been in matches and actually won them fair and square?
Gunther's the only one that comes to mind right now.
Brock Lesnar.
It's Brock.
Paul Heyman interfered in a few.
Yeah. Paul Heyman has.
But it's very few. To be fair, it's like me. I can think of me.
I can count on one hand how many times Paul Heyman has interfered in Brock's matches where he's beaten him fair and square.
It might be only one match I can think of, because
that's what I said. I remember counting on one hand.
Yeah, I think it might have been one.
I think it might have been two matches. So it's
he's still not. He's a different wrestler. Roman is different. He's not the same. There's so many guys I'm pretty sure Ric Flair was doing dirty deeds and stuff when he had the Four Horsemen. To still keep a belt, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're the heel. That's what keeps you being a heel. When he was when he was a face, he was either winning. He was going in fair and square. Actually, that's what helped. But he got his ass beat a lot of times too. But I think that's also go over the story of him now with his time as tribal chief. I used to come to this ring all the time, be the good one, never taking the shortcuts, and I kept getting my ass beat, or I never liked me, even though I did this right and tried to do this right. It just added all to him having to be protected and making sure he always has a belt. Because even when he didn't have it, it still backfired. People still didn't like him. So fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want. So it all lends to his story. But I feel like now, like Triple H said, the story ain't over with him. There's a lot more stuff going to happen with him along the way, and it's not even going to be regarding a belt, the title belt.
You know what's crazy?
You got more story too.
He's only a 6-time world champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we got Tama Tonga showing up
Multiple times it was dropped.
Yeah, and then we had Jacob Fatu just got signed finally. You know, so we don't know what's gonna happen now. We got 2 new Samoans showing up to either SmackDown or Raw. We don't know what's gonna happen. Then you also got the whole situation with The Rock. The Rock still plays a part.
So
with this whole thing too.
The Rock did just announce tonight that he's gonna be taking some time away.
Of course,
but
he got a movie.
When he comes back, whether Cody Rhodes is champion or not, he's coming for Cody. And he gave Cody something that we don't know. He has hand like this, and he told Cody, "Don't you ever break my heart again if you smell what The Rock is cooking," and then left. And we're just all like, the fuck is he talking? Oh, speaking about last week, the People's Championship.
Mm-hmm.
This was the most awkward segment I think I've ever seen.
So the Hall of Fame?
No. Tonight, Star of Raw, they did a whole promo, the speech. Rock comes out. They're in the ring. Crowd's being Philadelphia. Told the crowd to shut the fuck up on live TV. But he starts talking to Cody. And he's like, I've never held that belt. Can I hold that belt? And Cody's like, oh wait, I got a microphone. Sure, Rock, you can hold this belt. As long as I get to hold that belt. And he's like, sure, you can hold this belt. And they do this weird exchange where Cody's holding the People's Championship and Rock for a brief moment is holding the new Undisputed Championship for a brief moment, but then they exchange back. He's like, thank you for that, I appreciate that. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? And then he tells Cody, I'm going away, blah blah blah, blasey blasey, but when I come back, whether you're champion or not, we have business to conduct. So I'm like, what are we doing here?
There you go. Foreshadowing for maybe Backlash or another match.
SummerSlam.
That might be a SummerSlam event right there.
Yeah.
So overall, this Mania, they said it. This might have been the greatest WrestleMania of all time because this was a banger from beginning to end. Even if you say the Usos match and the Rey Mysterio tag match weren't great, this was still better than this.
So let me just clarify.
Love it.
Because I will clarify this. Even though I gave some of the matches low grades, it still had its level of entertainment. One thing that was a nice touch that I feel like was overlooked slightly was I feel like a lot of the guests, a lot of the stars that were hanging out. But one key thing that was pretty dope was the fact that they actually even had the Philadelphia cheerleaders play a feature in the show at one point. And I actually know 2 of them from my travels to Philly for some photography.
Sorry to cut you off. I just saw it. SummerSlam, Cleveland. Saturday, August 3rd, The Rock versus Cody Rhodes.
How do you know that already?
Did they just announce that shit? Or is that fan made?
That looks fan made to me.
Wrestling Classic is supposed to do that.
Send that to me.
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. It was. I had to look at who he got it from. Sorry.
So
boy,
I gotta be excited. Boy, I gotta be excited.
See, kids, that's how clickbait be getting, mother. That's why you check your facts. Don't be just listening to people on the internet as you're watching 3 people talk about shit on the internet. Check your facts. Check the
So,
facts.
so what was I saying before he trolled us with clickbait?
Yeah, I
So
think Damian. Oh, go ahead.
from my travels in Philly, I actually met two of the Philly cheerleaders, and it's pretty dope that they actually got the city of Philadelphia and even the NFL and like all these other organizations to get involved with WrestleMania, and it's just like from Thursday all the way to Sunday. The WWE took over Philly, and it was just like an amazing event for everybody, even like for us watching at home. It really was it was an event. Like a lot of people that we know, a lot of people that we follow on Instagram, a lot of celebs were at WrestleMania. Fluffy just posted a bunch of his stuff from WrestleMania weekend. There's a TikToker by the name of S. Johnson that I follow. He was at WrestleMania and he got to meet some people. So it was just like, I feel like WrestleMania is that one event of the year where like everyone, wrestling fan or no wrestling fan, someone was just starting out to get into wrestling, and that diehard veteran, can actually watch it and enjoy it. And I feel like this WrestleMania brought a lot of those generations of fans together in a big way, because we saw a lot of legends, we saw a lot of modern day superstars, we saw a few up and coming superstars, we saw everyday celebs that we know. Like it just had a little bit of everything for everyone. So in regards to the success of WrestleMania this year, definitely a lot of people were saying best WrestleMania in a long time. I'm going to agree to that. Definitely best WrestleMania I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah. I concur. Like, it gave me so many heart-pounding moments. I died, resuscitated, died again, came back, had a heart attack, came back. I mean, it was so many things that's going on this year. And then they did a superb job this year, like this whole weekend. Like, I wasn't even thinking about anything else this weekend besides other than work and being at work and watching this. It was just all WrestleMania. Like, and I told my coworkers at work, I'm like, hey, first I gotta be here with y'all while WrestleMania weekend is going on. So if I don't be in conversations, just know I'm here, but I'm not really here.
I will say I'm extremely disappointed that I didn't get the chance to go to WrestleMania this year. That was on my list of aspirations, was to go this year. But unfortunately, obviously, it didn't play out on the cards.
They still haven't even announced next year's.
I thought they did. I thought I saw something about
I don't think. What, you talking about the location?
Yeah.
I thought
So
they
far,
did.
I haven't heard anything. So it kept being rumored that it was going to be Minnesota.
I thought they already announced it.
They're working on the deal. That's what it was. They're still working on that deal. That's because I saw a thing with Minnesota. They had someone with Minnesota. They were they had a council thing. They was still working on that deal for that. So it still hasn't been announced yet officially. But they're hoping to, because they want the tourism and all that other stuff, and it will bring a lot of money that weekend.
Just come on back to New Orleans. We did y'all right 2 years.
No,
We did 30
not
and
New Orleans.
34.
No. They need to come somewhere. They already did New Orleans. They've already done Las Vegas. They've already done Houston. They've done Dallas. They need to come more this way. The last time they did something in the city was WrestleMania. Didn't you go to the WrestleMania in New York, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Which one was that? Was that WrestleMania 34?
That was the one.
New Orleans.
That was the one. That was the last. What I thought was going to be the last time I ever seen Rock wrestle.
28, I think.
John Cena.
20 or 29.
The belt.
29, I think it was.
No, it was 28 or 20. It was, I think, 29.
It was 29 because it was Jericho versus Punk for the time. It was 29.
Okay, so it was WrestleMania 29. So they've been heading that they need to come back this way now because it'd be really nice to have. Obviously, it's
Or 28. Hang
it'd
on. You know
be
what?
close to impossible for them to have it in Hartford or anything like that. But
Yeah.
at least it would
But
be.
at least I was happy I got to see it, but I'm glad that they cut it to shoot it. Well, I'm glad and not glad because now you got to choose between 2 nights, and just for one night, it's like just to buy a ticket, it's super freaking expensive. So I
Yep,
can only
29.
imagine going to
29.
2 nights and Raw. Hell no. Some people stay there because this is all in one spot. People stay there for the all access week, whatever. SmackDown.
So apparently, like
Raw.
I did some looking, and there's this app called TickPick. Apparently, they had a few tickets left over, and they weren't that expensive. It was just the timing was terrible. So I don't know. Like I'm hoping, and he's right. You guys are right. They haven't announced sporting one yet, but if they make it, it has to be somewhere.
Well,
What was the last time they were in Florida or something?
that was like 2 years.
33 or 36. It was whichever one they were outside at that big ass roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was WrestleMania.
So, nevertheless, we'll cut this down. You know, and get up out of here. This has been great. WrestleMania is down. Is done. It's done. I mean, what more can we say about it? That we had a great time. We laughed, loved, and lived. Through it all. And if you haven't seen the Bray Wyatt documentary or the Roman Reigns documentary, I advise you please go check it out.
I definitely will be
It's
checking out
definitely,
the Wyatt documentary soon.
It definitely will pull on your heartstrings, especially the Bray Wyatt. And I want to give just to see what that man had coming up with the evolution of the Fiend that we will never get to see in person, like live. Really sucks to see what could have been. But I'm glad that we was able to see what his last stuff that he was working on before he did go.
It really is disheartening.
And I didn't know how much of an artist he was.
Well, that's the thing. It's really disheartening that a superstar of the caliber that Bray Wyatt was, he was extremely creative. He was literally the ultimate villain. The level of creativity and imagination that we saw unfold from being the leader of the Wyatt family to the Fiend, and then just progressing to I wasn't a huge fan of the Firefly Funhouse, but just the level of creativity
he was
to it, and then leading up to that Firefly Funhouse match between him and Cena was very interesting.
like he's definitely one of one for sure.
Agreed.
I want to see what comes of it if they would bring back Uncle Howdy, or
I personally don't. I really wish they just.
I don't want to see. I was never a fan of that, but who knows what they will come up with.
I think they're probably just gonna leave it alone.
I hope.
I
Documentary
hope so, but we never know.
I think they're just gonna, give them the documentary. I was disappointed to see that they changed their mind on his Hall of Fame induction.
Well, no, they have to put the father in first. He's gonna be there next year, but
No, of course, but it's just like they shouldn't have announced it as soon as they did.
No, I mean, they didn't announce him being in the Hall of Fame at all. That's what people wanted to happen. But they already
I
had.
swore I saw them announce something.
They never announced it. They only announced the pay-per-view. I mean, not the documentary, but never him.
They announced the documentary and announced that his
father,
that the Midnight Express was gonna be going.
Yeah, that's it. But it never announced. People wanted that to happen, but you can't put the son in without putting the father first. The father and uncle showed up first. They was in the WWE first. So you have to put them in. And also, the reason behind them doing that also is takes less pressure off the father. Also dealing with they just lost him this year. So to alleviate some of that stress, we're gonna just do this. You know, we have to put you in the Hall of Fame, but we also got all this other stuff going on during the weekend at the full access stuff for Bray.
Like they just unveiled his statue. We just had the documentary come out.
It was just a statue of him, but then you see his outfit of the Fiend thing.
So it would make sense that odds are next year he will be
probably
the first inductee.
Because if you think about it, like it's like you putting Randy Orton in the Hall of Fame before Bob Orton. You know, you can't do that. You gotta have the father first.
I don't know if he would be I don't know. Like it wouldn't. I wouldn't want him to be the first inductee. It would make it'd be really good if he was the main inductee.
No, the main inductee is Paul Heyman. That's
No.
No, like the main, like the first one being like the main.
For next year.
Yeah.
He's definitely just like how Edge was when Edge at the time when he retired because he had to. He was the main focus because it all happened all within that year. So definitely for that, he's gonna be the main focus of that because his time was cut too soon.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, watch the documentary. Is beautifully done. It's about 2 hours to change, and it's gonna make you cry. If you ain't got you better get some tissues next to you. Take a break in between because if you ain't crying in the middle about memories, you by the end it's gonna get you.
Right.
But yeah, definitely check that out, and then also to check out the Roman Reigns one too, because that's really good as well. But yeah, man, thank y'all for showing up showed out for the show.
No,
Thanks
definitely.
Chris was
like always
by on this second one. Man, this has been fun. We're gonna do this the next go round for the next show. Man, we need a whole new era now. We need a whole new wrestling era.
I think we definitely are going to be.
It took 10 years, but the wrestling boom that Jeff Jarrett was talking about years ago is finally happening.
Well, that's the thing. I think we're going to see a resurgence in the popularity of professional wrestling.
Yes, wrestling is cool now.
Well, that's the thing. It's always been, but it's just like I think
to the public, general public, I'm saying.
That's the thing. Well, like I'm going to say this publicly because it's just like me. Where I've spent a lot of my time where I've kind of fallen off of watching professional wrestling, but now it's just like I feel like there's a resurgence to a degree where it's like, okay, now there might be some more variety, because one of the big things why I pulled off of it for a long time was because the content was getting repetitive, and to the point where like we're calling the card before they even announce it. So
yeah, I mean that's
new era.
But we're gonna have
this new era will be different.
New testament. I don't know how you gonna say it. It's a new era. Paul Levesque era. I'm a Paul Levesque guy. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I'm a Paul Levesque guy. And we shall see. It's a whole new era now. It's a whole new time frame. But thank you guys for coming through. Thank you, Chico. Thank you, Mr. Geek Squire himself, Mr. Brian. This is the BearatNight podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff below. Thank you for however you're going to digest this, either visually on YouTube or audio-wise, either through Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Hit the scorecard, the rate the show and all that good stuff, and also comment there as well. And yes, without further ado, thank you guys so much. Be yourself, bear it all. This is the BearatNight podcast. Peace.
You are now listening to BearatNight Podcast with your host, Jurassic Parker.